And to the white people who thought that we cared about segregation, boy, fuck you, huh? And to the white people that thought we cared about segregation, boy, fuck you. We don't give a damn.
So you're basically saying that Donald Trump is going to bring back segregation, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. And I believe that we should separate but equal. I'm not mad. Our forefathers and foremothers walked us into a burning building.
Y'all, the ban on segregated facilities in federal contracts has been banned, and guess what? Black people don't care. Wait a minute. Black people do not care.
Today, we will listen to some more reactions from Freedmen Black Americans, who understand how important it is for Freedmen Black Americans to support Black-owned businesses, keeping the money inside the Black community, and having Freedmen Black American unity. Take a look at these interesting reactions.
And to the white people who thought that we cared about segregation, boy, fuck you, huh? And to the white people that thought we cared about segregation, boy, fuck you. We don't give a damn. Huh? Newsflash, it's 2025. The back of the bus is the coolest spot, huh? You gonna be real surprised when you drive by Popeyes and you realize that shit say colors only. Yeah, no more chicken. Y'all cut off. See, a couple of years ago, I made a post and I said we need to get them the recipe to the chicken so they stop goddamn coming to the spots trying to act like they don't know what's going on inside of them. But I'm glad we did. And I'm glad y'all said, nah, we already stretched it thin with the Asian market. We gonna just keep it how it is with the whites. Yeah, let's do that. Are we doing that on TikTok? That's the only thing I need to know. We are the culture. So if y'all want to take y'all belongings to the other side of the map, cool. I'm all right with that. Designer stores ain't in our neighborhoods. Guess what? Oh, bye-bye, Dior. So long, Louis Vuitton. I'm all right. Yeah, see, what y'all don't understand is that we really control the market, even though y'all try to act like we don't. I'm not worried about the situation. Honestly, I never, ever in my life woke up one day and said, oh my God, I want to go to a restaurant where a white person is cooking. Never, ever said that. I never even dreamed about nothing like that. Never in my life woke up out of my sleep and said, you know what? I think I got a taste for potato salad with apples and goddamn raisins. Never did I ever. But let's just see how this fare, okay? Maybe it'll work out for the best for y'all. But as of now, anybody born after the 1980s, we don't give a damn what y'all do, huh? We set the trends, and whatever we doing popping. Hello? I'm just a messenger.
I just want to go on record saying that segregation is probably not the flex that y'all think it's going to be. And it's probably not going to impact Black people as much as y'all think it will. And if y'all going to do it, just make sure that y'all don't repeat history. Because when Black successful communities have been built, you all have turned around and destroyed them. Burned them to the ground. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Greenwood, okay, Black Wall Street. As soon as y'all see Black people thriving, y'all have a tendency to start a massacre. Rosewood, Florida. And as soon as y'all see Black folks finding ways to protect their legacy and protect our generational wealth, you all call it a threat. East St. Louis, Missouri. And don't even get me started on how y'all would respond if Black culture and Black intellectual property was stripped from your reality. Y'all get mad enough when Black people try to gatekeep certain parts of Black culture. But you want segregation? Okay, let's see how it goes.
So you're basically saying that Donald Trump is going to bring back segregation, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. And I believe that we should separate but equal. I'm not mad. Our forefathers and foremothers walked us into a burning building. We literally gave up everything that we own. The dollar does not circulate in our community nearly as much as it used to. We had communities all over this country in the 1900s. Clearly, you know, the folks, they bombed. They flooded out a lot of our communities. We had a lot of paper genocide going on. But if we were able to have overt racism, because it still exists, but if we saw it blatantly, clear as day, the way that we would flourish, because a lot of us are business owners, a lot of us are doctors, a lot of us are lawyers, we're spread out a little more because we don't have our own communities the way that we used to. We live amongst, different sectors of people. I'll put it like that. But if we had no choice but to get back together, and I'm not saying that everything should be like, but we could have spaces where all of us could go and it's equal and everybody could go. But if we literally had no choice but to see it with our own two eyes, that this still exists, we would fucking soar. I believe in it. I believe in it real hard. We would have to commune. We would have to get together. I believe we would soar. Now the others, now would they be able to leave us alone? Because when we were on our own, motherfuckers wouldn't leave us alone. Like I said, they bombed, they flooded, the jealousy was rampant because we were flourishing. So unpopular opinion, if this did happen, I don't think that we would, sink or swim, I don't think we would sink. I didn't know anything about this. I got to look more into it. But I still believe in, equality and all of that. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. What y'all think about this? Before I go, I want to say Target took $1 billion hit because we pulled our money back. Now let that sink in. This is not me saying that there should be a race war. I'm not advocating for any of that. But I'm just saying, if we were left to our own devices, I believe that we would be able to reclaim a lot of the land that was stolen from us. And we would actually do better as a people if we were left to our own devices. But once again, would people literally be able to just leave us alone? Because y'all see what's happening with a lot of black farmers. They're being terrorized. The white tea farmers are trying to run them off their acres. It's happening right now.
Y'all, the ban on segregated facilities in federal contracts has been banned. And guess what? Black people don't care. Wait a minute. Black people do not care. I love my people. Y'all know me. Y'all know I be reading comments. And so a lot of people have posted on this. And look, my throat is not even, my throat is acting up because I've been laughing so hard. Black people been in these comments talking about, and next. Look, you got two type of black people in this situation. You got the black folks who like, good, we ain't want to be with y'all no way. And then the other type of black people you have is, all right, well, go ahead and segregate something. Go ahead and tell me I can't drink from a water fountain. Go ahead and tell me I can't come in your restaurant. And then when I step up in there, what you gonna do? I want to see you do something, right? So all of this is hilarious because this is straight craziness. This is straight foolishness that's going on in these United States of America, and black people do not care. Now, let me rephrase that. It's not that we don't care. It's just that this ain't nothing new to us. We knew y'all didn't like us. We already knew where we stood in these United States of America. And so this stuff is hilarious. Y'all trying to get a rise out of us. It ain't gonna happen because we good and we sitting back laughing. And guess what? I'm here for it.
I keep seeing a whole bunch of people that don't look like me making videos saying that we need to do something, we need to march. No, we do not. We don't need to do nothing. The same way Target played and we took away that dollar, we'll just take away our dollar from everybody else who wants to play in our faces and play with us. Go ahead and put them signs up. We don't care nothing about that segregation. Put them signs up so we can take away our dollar. And you can learn just like Target learned. We do not care. We are resting for the next 4 years. We're resting, honey. We don't care nothing about what y'all do. We don't care.
America's foundation is soaked in the suffering of those it enslaved, displaced, and silenced. Yet, speaking this truth today is often labeled as divisive or unpatriotic. The way history is taught and remembered is carefully shaped to minimize the brutality of past injustices. They call the forced removal of indigenous peoples the Trail of Tears, as if it were a simple relocation. They refer to the Colfax Massacre, Wilmington Coup, Rosewood, Tulsa, and countless others as mere riots. They downplay Jim Crow as a temporary setback rather than a systemic effort to maintain racial hierarchy. The truth is, America was not built on freedom. It was built on conquest and white supremacy, a reality it has never fully abandoned. This is why there is such a desperate push to erase or distort history. When people learn the full truth, they begin to see patterns that expose how injustice has evolved rather than disappeared. The backlash against so-called critical race theory is not about education. It is about control. From book bans to rewriting school curricula, efforts to suppress history are designed to keep people uninformed and unquestioning. White supremacy is ingrained in American institutions: home, school, religion, and politics. And those who fear history reveal their own guilt. They know that an honest telling of America's past would destroy the illusion of innocence. It happened when the world saw Black Wall Street burn. It happened when the brutality of Jim Crow was exposed. It happened when the Southern strategy was unmasked as a tool of racial control rather than democracy. The systems of oppression never disappeared. They evolved. Slave patrols became modern policing. Redlining became housing discrimination. The plantation became the prison. And through it all, America has attempted to erase its crimes. Native lands were stolen through laws. Black freedmen Americans were denied land and wealth-building opportunities. Immigration policies were designed to maintain a white majority. When Black communities thrived, they were targeted by mobs, by bombings, and by policies disguised as justice. It was not enough to take lives. They had to erase entire communities. Highways were built through Black neighborhoods. COINTELPRO was used to assassinate Black leaders. Confederate statues were erected not in 1865, but during the Civil Rights Movement as a message of intimidation. And still, they expect us to believe in their version of America, one where slavery was just an unfortunate chapter, where the Tuskegee experiment is a footnote, where mass incarceration is an accident. But the truth cannot be erased. The real fear is not history itself. It is the reckoning that comes when people realize they have been lied to. A generation that understands the depth of deception will not trust blindly. And when trust is broken, people begin to question everything. That is what America fears most. Not its past, but the consequences of its lies. And no matter how many books they ban, how many voices they silence, how many distortions they spread, the truth remains. It spreads like fire, igniting minds and demanding accountability. The real question is not whether America will face its past. The question is whether America can survive what it has done. The fight to suppress history is not just about the past, it's about controlling the future. Look at the policies still in place today. Voter suppression laws disproportionately target Black communities, just as literacy tests and poll taxes once did. The school-to-prison pipeline funnels Black children into a system designed to break them before they can build. Discriminatory banking practices, like higher interest rates for Black borrowers, continue the legacy of redlining. These aren't relics of history. They are present-day realities. And when we fight back, they criminalize us. The same government that calls Martin Luther King Jr. a national hero today labeled him the most dangerous man in America when he was alive. The same system that praises the civil rights movement now has laws banning protests that challenge police violence. The same corporations that post Black History Month ads are the ones funding politicians who strip Black voting rights. They want us to forget. They want us to believe that history is behind us. But it isn't. Because the forces that upheld slavery, segregation, and racial violence are still at work, just under different names. The past is not dead. It is still shaping the present. And until we confront that truth, history will continue to repeat itself. Tell me what you think about this topic. Hope you find the information in this video informative. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Thanks for watching.